hoping to replicate a strong performance on the road in Atlanta on both sides of the ball. The Red Bulls return to Harrison to take on a 2-game homestand beginning tonight against a hungry FC Cincinnati team on a hot summer day in Harrison, New Jersey. Red Bull Soccer is presented by Verizon. Verizon's going ultra, so you can too. Welcome inside Red Bull Arena. I'm Michelle Gingras alongside Steve Cangelosi and Chet Messing. Thanks so much for joining us. The Red Bulls hoping their road success can translate to home turf as they continue to fight for that home playoff game, taking on a hungry FC Cincinnati team that's playing with a lot of confidence, currently riding a 4-game unbeaten streak. For more on this match, we send it over to Steve and Shep.
Michelle, good evening. They've called this place a fortress since 2010, but Red Bull Arena is where the home side has won just 3 times all season. Gerhard Struber's side comes into tonight's game with the worst home winning percentage in MLS. And strangely, Shep Messing, this is a confident group as they arrive here tonight.
Yeah, that confidence, Steve, but that could change quickly depending upon who scores the first goal. But they should come out, Red Bull, with a swagger. It is their home. They need to find a way to win.
These teams played to a nasty 1-1 draw on the 9th of July. What do you think? Does bad blood carry over when the rematch is more than a month?
I think it does, Steve, and it's Major League Soccer. In August, things are going to get rough, and that was a rough game. Luquinhas took a beating, and Red Bull gave as much as they took away. That's the one that really hurt. He went flying.
Gerhard Struber, not surprised. These teams play similar styles, and it can make for a combative 90 minutes tonight.
They have changed the style of football more in a direction similar to our style, and I would say I expect a game with many infights, with many counter-gegenpressing moments, with a high intensity, and of course something in games like that can go happen.
Each of these teams likes to press. Cincinnati comes into tonight's game with a fantastic attacking trio. Brenner, Vasquez, Luciano Acosta. How do the Red Bulls keep them under wraps tonight?
It's all about intensity and focus. For Red Bull, they can't switch off for a moment. Got to stay locked in.
Seeking their 4th home victory of 2022. The 8-game home stretch of this regular season in Major League Soccer on this Saturday night at Red Bull Arena. Last time around, Red Bulls Cincinnati. The teams played to a 1-1 draw. A Vasquez goal was answered by Lewis Morgan from the spot, and then tempers flared the rest of the night. Starting lineups for the rematch, and first kick minutes away.
Our journey at Continental has taken us down many roads. And when we first started, they weren't even paved. For more than 150 years, we've worked hard to earn your trust. From the trail to the racetrack and beyond. The Continental mark in all its forms stands for confidence. Confidence you trust. Continental Tire.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
Choosing T-Mobile is like expecting this, but getting that. And so much more, like Netflix on Us, Paramount Plus, and other top streaming services. Get benefits that add up to more than $225 in value each month on our Max Family Plan. Plus, with our Price Lock Guarantee, we won't raise the price of your rate plan. Only at T-Mobile.
You know you love it, especially the spicy sauce. You'd never waste crispy chicken sandwich spicy sauce by wiping it on a napkin. That's what your fingers are for. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Bubbles, bubbles, so many bubbles. As an Expedia member, you earn points on your travels, and that's on top of your airline miles. So you can go and see, or taste, or do absolutely nothing with all those bubbles without ever wondering if you're getting the most out of your trip? Because you are.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959.
At Red Bull Arena, Ismail Elfath is the and we're set for the second and final meeting of the regular season between these teams. Tonight's lineups are brought to you by Oanda. For the Red Bulls, it is this starting 11. 3 changes to the lineup that defeated Atlanta United Wednesday night. Andres Reyes giving Aaron Long a breather tonight, and additions include Caden Clark and Cameron Harper in the mid. Last year, he's played better than 630 minutes coming into tonight. Nick Hagland, the Cincinnati native, part of that back three with Cameron and Miazga. Ball stays in play. John Tolkien going long for Harper. Matt Miazga to head that away. The issues for FC Cincinnati, as this is a foul against Red Bull, have been on the defensive end. 45 goals allowed. Only DC United has conceded more.
Yeah, but you can see how quick Cincinnati is, Steve, in transition. Dangerous players. They think quickly, they play quickly.
Pat Noonan enjoying the chemistry between Brenner, Acosta, and Vasquez. That attacking trio with more combined goals and assists than any trio in Major League Soccer coming into tonight. Coronel to send this away. There's Cameron at the age of 37, the centerpiece of the back three for Cincinnati. Here's Kyle Duncan.
I believe that's part of the thinking in this game with the lineup for Gerhard Struber. He's got Daniel Edelman paired up with Drew Yearwood sitting in front of the back four. Frankie Amaya really has been terrific this year, but he's more of an attacking player with Edelman and Yearwood safer defensively.
Amaya usually looks forward to this matchup in particular at Cincinnati, who drafted him first overall in MLS. Yearwood got a foot on it, but taken away here. The Jamaican right wing back, Alvis Powell, lost control for a Red Bull throw.
That's a good little back heel by Caden Clark. Drew Yearwood not giving up on the ball. Alvis Powell does a smart thing. Just let it go out. Let his team regroup.
Powell, part of the Philadelphia Union side that defeated the Red Bull in the playoffs last year's former Portland Timber MLS Cup champion in 2015. The Red Bulls far and away press more than any club in MLS. Cincinnati, though, is not cut from a different cloth. They're third in the league in that category. Total number of presses behind only the Red Bulls and Philadelphia. And if you were with us in the pregame setup, that's one of the reasons that Gerhard Struber, Red Bulls coach, thinks this should size up to be another nasty game tonight. There were 2 red cards the last time these teams played.
Yeah, it's going to be physical, but we've talked about the woes, the struggles for Red Bull playing at home at Red Bull Arena when the opposition packs it in, sits back, and really gives the ball to Red Bull. Cincinnati is not going to play that way.
Wobodo back. Cameron. Alvaro Barreal, the Argentine left wing back. Junior Moreno missed the last meeting between these teams with a leg injury as it's played back to Coronel. Under pressure, he got that by the foot of Brenner. Cincinnati on a throw. This is Acosta. Harper wanted Caceres, too much on the pass. Cincinnati, a more formidable opponent in 2022. The club that's finished last in the league table each of the previous 3 seasons. One with a goal differential in that span of minus 105. Comes into tonight tied in points with Orlando and Miami for the 7th and final playoff berth in the East. Off Acosta. Vasquez got a foot on it. Luciano Acosta once again. Cincinnati, the more dangerous side early. Kyle Duncan. Moreno to play that off Red Bull once again. Venezuelan in his first year with this Cincinnati side. 4 seasons with DC United. Klamala comes flying in to make the safe play and play that ball out. Ball was whipped into the stands. Hope everyone's okay down there. It's a man who needed a goal and played well in the victory against Atlanta Wednesday night.
Yeah, it really did, and we've talked about it, Steve. It's all about the service. He's a certain type player, like all strikers. It's how does he want to receive the ball?
Acosta, now Barreal. Andres Reyes. Hagelin to play this away. Hagelin has the distinction of being the only Cincinnati player to appear in all 8 of their victories this season. In his 4th year with the club. He's not fleet of foot, and that's something the Red Bulls at some point tonight will hope to take advantage of.
Yeah, I talked about it before. Those 3 center backs are big boys. Not as quick and nimble, and you've got to play the ball on the ground. You got to play that angular pass, make them turn and face their own goalkeeper. You're not going to have much success whipping crosses into the box.
Coronel ahead for Edelman, now Harper. Here's John Tolkien, man of the match for the Red Bulls, who scored the game-winning goal Wednesday at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Just an engine that never stops. The second-year Red Bull. He's already played 180 minutes over the last 7 nights and draws the starting assignment once again this evening.
Yeah, we were talking about the need for him to get a rest, but he was lights out against Atlanta, up and down the field for 90, and the game-winning goal.
Hard to say that Lewis Morgan, who scored 11 times, is not the team MVP at this point, but Tolkien would be in the conversation. He is perhaps the most irreplaceable Red Bull to this point in their year. That ball whipped past Drew Yearwood. Brenner to get on this. The Brazilian met well by Sean Nealis. There's a runway here for Cam Harper. Clark is calling for it. Caden Clark thought about bringing it down to the 18. Settles on the far side of the field. Andres Reyes. Now Nealis. Denied by Barreal. This ball settled by Cáceres, gives it a go, saved by Celentano.
That's a terrific turn and a strike by Cáceres. Right here, bang with the left foot. Good goalkeeping, doesn't give up the rebound. Does a quick 180 and rips it with the left.
Celentano, the goalkeeper, is 21, the 2nd overall pick in this year's draft out of Indiana University. Start of the year, he said he was just hoping to get into some MLS Next Pro games. Well, he's gotten more than that. When Alec Kahn was injured on April 16th, he took over, and this tonight is his 19th straight start. Cameron Harper, able to bring this into the 18. Harper, far post, too far. He had the option in Cáceres, and the Red Bulls' best chance in the opening dozen minutes.
Well, it's an excellent chance, and it's squandered by Harper. He's got to make that pass, not take a shot. Caceres was right there to tap it in, just bend that ball. Wow. Had the opportunity, but tough to beat Celentano from that acute angle.
Cincinnati with the early possession advantage. It's the Red Bulls who fired the first two shots of the evening. Vasquez back up. A wonderful season. 15 goals coming into tonight. 2 behind the Golden Boot leader, Sebastian Driussi.
There is no ill intent. Just trying to win that aerial battle, collision of the heads.
Touched on this in the pregame show. The United States has 2 friendlies in September versus Japan and Saudi Arabia before a World Cup roster is set. Is there time for Vasquez to make an impression on Greg Berhalter? Free kick here for Cincinnati. They'll leave it for Acosta? No. He runs past. This ball headed and in the back of the net. Cincinnati takes the early 1-0 lead. Matt Miazga back at Red Bull Arena to score against his former club. Back in the place where he cut his teeth as a professional soccer player. He's back with a vengeance. Cincinnati with the lead.
Oh, you talk about drama. These Red Bull fans love Matt Miazga. Not anymore. All the respect in the world. What a great goal. Perfect delivery. And then bang. Difficult ball for Carlos Coronel because of where it bounced. Watch the angle. Just a little bit late getting to it, Coronel, but that's a terrific goal by the big man.
There is a check for a possible offside. Miazga, as they get a look at the centralized VAR location in Atlanta, Georgia, Miazga hoping this stands. What a moment it would be for him. He scored once in 34 career appearances as a New York Red Bull.
Now, the only player that could be offside is Jeff Cameron. Matt Miazga clearly in an onside position.
Ismail Elfath in communication with the folks in Atlanta. Edvin Jurasevich is in charge of VAR this evening.
Elfath for me. Could be the best referee in pro.
It's a good goal. Cincinnati with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Jeff Cameron in an offside position. The question is, did it interfere with the play? And again, VAR in Major League Soccer has done a tremendous job. In the end, the decision is still the man in the middle, the referee, Elfath.
Here's Drew Yearwood with his team down 1 with a quarter hour gone by. Kyle Duncan, Patrick Klimala. Top of the 18, they look for a quick response. Cameron Harper with service. This is loose in the 18. This takes a deflection off Daniel Edelman, settled here by the Red Bulls again. Harper fouled and a free kick, Red Bull.
That's good action by Klimala. Lays it off for Harper. A little bit of a skirmish. Edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody could get a piece of it for Red Bull.
It'll be Tolkien on the free kick. Red Bulls created a goal, the game winner actually, off a set piece just 3 nights ago when Tolkien played a corner kick short. Let's see what they draw up this time. This ball whipped in directly, takes a deflection. for Kyle Duncan.
Look at the skill, though, of Acosta in a tight space. Keeps the ball in. Plays a long ball over the top.
Kyle Duncan, game 3 and his return to Red Bull. This ball played across. Celentano is there.
That's Miazga. He's sandwiched by 2 defenders, but big, strong, agile. He just timed it better.
He stands 6'3", 3 years in a Red Bulls uniform. Part of the 2015 Supporters Shield winning side. Coached by Jesse Marsh. Had a chance to chat with Miazga in the pregame. He hopes to find his way back to the U.S. senior national team. As a Red Bull, he was the staple with the under-23s at the time. Cameron Harper to get on this. Top of the 18, plays this ball in. Hadland to get it away from Patrick Klimala.
You asked me earlier about the Red Bulls brimming with confidence, and I said that's as good as the first goal. But they've shown a good reaction after conceding that goal. That's what they must now do to get back in the game.
Seen that on a handful of occasions this year. When they concede the first goal, it's taken them out of what they want to do. 3 home wins in 12 matches at Red Bull Arena coming into tonight. That throw kept alive by Reyes. Now it's a foul against Red Bull. Slowly getting back up is Junior Moreno. And an injury on the play, also shaken up and favoring the right leg. Is Andres Reyes.
Yeah, that's the collision. Reyes and Junior Moreno. I thought Reyes caught it on the inside of the right foot.
It's a player who's been through a lot already this year. He missed the first 19 games of the season entirely with that Jones fracture, a fracture of the left foot. Long road to recovery, and finds his way back into the starting 11 tonight with Aaron Long, the captain, getting a breather. Matt Miazga for a 1-0 Cincinnati lead. Forget the wooden spoon years. Even if it loses every game left on the schedule, Cincinnati will have set a single season points record. That's how much better season 4 has been compared to the first 3. VAR is checking the last sequence, we are told, for a possible penalty. Ismail Elfat will go to the monitor.
I could see that being called because Moreno, let's take a look at Moreno right there. Doesn't get the ball, gets the inside of the right foot of Reyes. I think that's a penalty, Steve.
And a possible huge swing in the match after the Miazga opening goal. One more look.
Now watch. He doesn't get ball. Reyes gets the ball first. And Moreno's right foot into the right foot of Reyes. I think it's going to be a penalty.
Ismail Elfat took about a 1-minute look, and the Red Bulls will have a chance to level. Patrick Klimala wants it. Lewis Morgan, who was a perfect 5 for 5 on penalties, is not starting this game. It is Klimala who's taken 2 this year. He is 1 for 2. And Miazga playing head games with the Red Bulls Polish striker.
Yeah, the Polish background of both of them. So Miazga probably a few choice Polish words. But what a way this would be for Patrick Klimala to get that all-important goal for him and for the team.
Celentano, the Cincinnati goalkeeper, has faced 5 penalties this season. He's made 1 save. That was on New York City's Maxi Morales earlier this year. Klimala, tagging! His first goal in MLS since the 18th of May. A weight off of his shoulders, and it's 1-1. Come on.
Superb by Klimala. Anticipates Celentano committing and goes down the middle. Highest percentage, highest probability for penalty kick takers, Steve, is to go down the middle. And they don't do it often because they're afraid of how badly they'll look if the goalkeeper stands.
Remember the first meeting. It's Cincinnati that scored the first goal and a lead that lasted only minutes with the Red Bulls leveling on a penalty. Everything old is new again. 1-1 mid-first half.
That's a good job by VAR and by Ismail Elfat, right? We didn't see it in live action, but pretty clear upon review that it should have been a penalty kick, and it was.
Daniel Edelman ahead. Broken up by Cincinnati. This is Wobodeau, middle of the park. Stadium energized after the game-tying goal. Miazga went back and he shook Klimala's hand a second time after the goal. Klimala's doing.
Good for him. You could sense the frustration since his last goal. That's what strikers are born to do. They can talk all they want about they work hard, win the ball, bring others into play, but you're a striker, you must score goals.
Here is Luciano Acosta, who's set up a fair number of them this year. This time takes the free kick and fires wide. New York Red Bulls 4-pack presented by Honda offers you one of the best ways to view a match with your family and friends. 4-packs include 4 tickets to a game, 4 hot dogs, 4 fountain drinks. The best part, plans start at just $118. For more information, visit NewYorkRedBulls.com/tickets/4-pack today. Mention we're in this stretch where the Red Bulls are playing at home on 5 consecutive Saturday nights. Between now and the 10th of September. A couple of road midweek games mixed in that stretch. They feel it's their time to reestablish the building as an advantage. We have not seen that play out to this point. Reyes. Jeff Cameron.
We talked about the reason why, Steve, and so many teams come into Red Bull Arena and sit back and let Red Bull have possession. That's not the way Red Bull want to play. Cincinnati is not doing that. They're coming out and pressing, to your point, almost as much as Red Bull.
Klimala tried to turn with it. It was a game Wednesday night we spoke of that Klimala could build on. He had 4 shots Wednesday, the most shots he's had in any single game this year. Came over to the bench. There was some consolation from Gerhard Struber after he didn't score, but created numerous chances. And Struber encouraging, keep your head up. And tonight, able to bury the penalty. Sean Nealis, pressured by Brenner. Edelman wins it back. Now Harper. Kyle Duncan. To the foot of Klimala. Wobodeau took a pull of the shirt. Undeterred, FC Cincinnati to the middle of the park, and there's Yearwood. Put a foot in. Acosta to play that off Duncan for an FC Cincinnati throw. Nick Hagland. Miazga will add some sandpaper to this Cincinnati side. There's little debate about that as this ball is played out wide. Powell to whip this ball in off Acosta. And a play that had a lot of hope for FC Cincinnati comes back the other way.
That's how dangerous Cincinnati is. They are playing one touch, two touch, changing the point of attack. Uncharacteristic miss by Acosta at the far post. He's the guy that really orchestrates everything. And Drew Yearwood, Daniel Edelman, they're primarily responsible for him tonight.
MLS Best 11 with DC United, Red Bulls fans remember, in 2018. This year he comes into tonight the MLS assist leader with 14 on the year. Their engine in the midfield and their 28-year-old designated player. In a 1-1 game, Kyle Duncan. Klimala looking to draw the foul. Instead, Cincinnati on a throw. Alvaro Barreal. Duncan played that off Harper. We mentioned the 3 wins in 12 home matches. It was the epically bad 1999 Metro Stars who won just 3 of 16 home games. It was a 32-match season back then. And to be clear, this is not a poor season for the Red Bulls. The anomaly is that they've won 8 times on the road, and they're currently, of course, 4th in the Eastern Conference, on course to make the playoffs once again and keep an impressive streak alive. Barreal. Brenner fouled by Klimala.
Elfoth, the referee, terrific. The way he communicates with players. He got the respect of players all over the league, and that's what referees want. Respect. And the players give it to him.
He's in his 11th year in MLS. MLS Referee of the Year in 2020 was Ismail Elfoth. Offside flag goes up.
We keep talking about the anomaly of the home and away record for Red Bull. And look, you still have to fight to get that home playoff game. But you wonder whether or not it's worth it for Red Bull. They need to turn it around, and they have the games coming up this month to do it.
Klimala tries to seek out Edelman. Took it out of midair with Wobodeau on his tail. Tolkien to save possession. Came out for a Cincinnati throw. 1-1. Glad you joined us on this Saturday on the MSG Network. Steve Cangelosi, Shep Messing, Michelle Gingras, our MSG crew. Red Bulls with a victory tonight could take 3rd in the East. Tolkien ahead. Had Harper on a run. Broken up. Yearwood. Duncan. Yearwood to the foot of Harper. Keeps his service low, takes a deflection over the bar, and the Red Bulls are in the corner. It'll be Tolkien from the near side flag.
That's a better ball played in by Cam Harper. Klamala there at the near post. Drew Yearwood sprays it wide. That's a good idea. The near post run by Klamala.
Tolkien's goal Wednesday night, first of the season, the second of his MLS career. Now Elthoff will police in the 6-yard box. Harper back for Tolkien. From a similar spot from where he scored Wednesday night. That's broken up. Coronel. Klimala trying to get on this. It's Cameron with him every step of the way. And a Red Bull throw. Jeff Cameron's second year back in Major League Soccer after a spell with QPR in the championship. They've been playing in England since 2012. Celentano off the head of Andres Reyes. Talented collegiate keeper, the first to win goalkeeper of the year twice in Big Ten history was Roman Celentano. Matt Miazga, the goal scorer for Cincinnati, pass picked off by Duncan. Harper. Duncan dancing, this ball broken up. Nealis tried to shrug off Acosta. This is off Red Bull.
Now Red Bull have been dominating their right side of the field, wide right. Kyle Duncan, Cameron Harper have had a lot of the ball. We haven't mentioned Caden Clark. He's on the left side. Hasn't had many touches.
Vasquez tangled up with Duncan. One back by Yearwood to the foot of Andres Reyes. Off Alvis Powell for a Red Bull throw. Busy weekend in MLS that actually got underway last night. Pretty entertaining match. LA Galaxy Seattle played to a 3-3 draw. Joveljic tied it on a penalty in the 92nd minute to get the drama started this weekend. It was after the Galaxy let a 2-0 lead slip away. 3 straight by Seattle. Foul against Tolkien.
Well, the game is slowed down a little bit. If you're New York, you really want to pick up the rhythm, pick up the pace of the game.
Pat Noonan, MLS Coach of the Year candidate with a club that's gone through 3 full-time head coaches already and 2 interim head coaches in those first 3 years. And now that combination with Albright, the first MLS-centric duo it's had, leading to brighter times in 2022. The club won 8 times in 46 matches under Jaap Stam. Reyes does well. The Colombian once again. Clark tries to free up Klimala. He's hauled down. Yellow card out of the pocket of Ismail Elthoff.
That's a good ball by Caden Clark. Absolutely a yellow card for the tactical nature of it.
Klimala appears to be inquiring at the very least about Dogso in this situation. Does he have a case?
I don't think so. I think the ball was out of reach. If he had the ball under control, that would be the call. And that's why I think that argument falls vain.
Still a free kick in a precarious spot here for the goalkeeper, Roman Celentano. Let's see how the Red Bulls play it.
Yeah, we know there are 3 players standing over the ball, all who could rip it. Tolkien, Caceres, now Caden Clark walks away.
Miazga's making this return to Red Bull Arena count, isn't he? Goal scored, yellow card in the opening 37 minutes in his second start back. Caceres, as Red Bulls fans know, strikes a terrific ball from distance. So does John Tolkien. Those are the options. Caceres, the wall does its job. Duncan in the aftermath for Caden Clark.
Yeah, there were 5 players in the central part of the wall, a space, and 2 on either side, so 9 players. They had to be a little bit more creative on that.
Red Bulls win a free kick. Cameron Harper. Taken back by Badial. And now Brenner. One back by Caceres. Here's Harper again. He's had a fair share of the ball here in the opening half. His service kept low, broken up. Cleared away by Acosta, making a run. Vasquez with Reyes retreating, and he slows him just enough. It's not what you want. Vasquez running unimpeded with the ball towards goal. Reyes able to snuff that out. Back the other way. Here's Cameron Harper. Game opening up again. Taken here by Duncan. Able to luff one across past Klimala.
And that's a great recovery run by Reyes. Vasquez had a step. The speed of Reyes took the correct angle, snuffed it out.
Red Bulls have had a nice response since the Miazga goal here. Patrick Klimala. Tolkien overran the ball. This is Brenner. Now Caceres the other way. Kyle Duncan. Able to elude Cam Harper. Sent back by Reyes. Caceres wins it back again. Christian Caceres into space. Klimala is there. Knocked down by Wobodo. Taken here. Daniel Edelman going for goal. That's blocked away by Cameron. Able to get his team out of a jam, but not by much. That's John Tolkien showing fight.
Here's the earlier chance. Long ball over the top. Vasquez looks like he's first to the ball, but great job by Reyes. Takes the right angle, the right approach. Has the speed and athleticism to catch up with Vasquez and put out the danger. Tolkien pushed from behind.
And foul. Vasquez is only 23, third year now with FC Cincinnati. It's far and away his best season after 3 seasons with Atlanta. Daniel Edelman, second straight start with Yearwood. Harper finds Caceres. Harper again. Lost his footing in the 18. Sent out middle of the park. Here's Tolkien battling again with Vasquez. Bodies colliding. Red Bulls come away with the ball. Elfont says play on. This is Caden Clark. Clark challenging Powell. Clark again to the foot of Edelman. The under-20 teammates looking to make something happen, and now the whistle blows. It's a foul on Clark.
Well, we talked about it. Cameron Harper has had a lot of the ball, predominantly on the right side. Caden Clark hasn't had as many touches, but that's the skill that gets everybody excited about him.
Again, this starting role tonight, largely because Morgan and Luquinhas have played so much, but if you're Caden Clark, make something of the opportunity. Played a nice role in that victory the last time he started against Austin, that 4-3. Red Bulls win. Late first half of a 1-1 game. Klimala, Caceres, Harper. Edelman again. Service by Harper, wants Klimala. That got by everyone. Taken here by Alvis Powell.
Yeah, but again, good build-up and good entry pass by Daniel Edelman. He's picking up right where he left off his last good game against Atlanta United.
He's getting quality starts tonight from guys who don't get a lot of chances to do it. Daniel Edelman and Cameron Harper, who's been on the ball a lot here in the first half.
Absolutely, and Caceres has done a good job, third game in a row, playing that number 10 spot.
Headed out by Wobodo. First year in MLS after playing in Turkey. This is a big part of their improvement this year. They just needed a piece in the midfield to win the ball via tackle. Wobodo has done that for them. Yearwood, Tolkien, Clark. Got sent to the playing field as Cincinnati sends this all the way to Carlos Coronel.
And Red Bull has done a good job on the defensive side of the ball. First 15 minutes, Cincinnati looked dangerous. They got the Oscar goal on the set piece, but since then, it's been mostly Red Bull.
Kyle Duncan, 3 minutes of stoppage time posted by the fourth official. With us for the pregame. A little bit more of my conversation with the new Red Bulls head of sport, Jochen Schneider, coming up in our halftime coverage with Michelle Gingras. Here's Wobodo. Matt Miazga. Reyes keeping close watch on Vasquez. Alvaro Barreal. Wobodo for Brenner. Took a look at goal. Gives the Red Bulls that extra split second to close him down, and Tolkien gets this away. Hagelin won't get there in time to save possession. Red Bulls on a throw in first half stoppage time.
Man, this guy has been pretty invisible, the Brazilian striker. Not too many times we've called his name. Cincinnati needs him in the game.
It's Brenner. He scored 9 times in the 20 games he's played this season after scoring 8 last year. Wobodeau to fend off Harper. Here's Barreal, who gives it right back. Cáceres. Edelman trying to spring Klimala. That just missed. Taken back Cincinnati. This is Moreno. Red Bulls trying to climb higher in the table. Cincinnati trying to climb above the playoff line in the Eastern Conference. Jet Cameron. Tolkien with the first half winding down sends the Red Bulls forward. Maybe one last time in the half. They seek out Klimala, trying to win this from Cameron. Ultimately comes away with the ball. Patrick Klimala. Cameron to Vasquez near the midfield stripe. Here's Brenner off his line. Coronel to snuff that out. The Brazilians tangle up as the Red Bulls get that away in a nick of time.
Yeah, the sweeper keeper, he needed to do that. That was a good entry pass, nobody there, and that's it for the first half.
Matt Miazga back at Red Bull Arena gave FC Cincinnati the early lead before Klimala answers on a penalty, and that's where we are now. 45 minutes in the books. It's a 1-1 game. Red Bulls got stronger as the first half went on. Let's get the coach's thoughts. Gerhard is with Michelle.
Coach, you mentioned this week that the desire to win this game had to be here from the get-go. The intensity as well had to be greater than FC Cincinnati's. So far in the first 45 minutes, have you liked what you've seen from your side?
We could be a little bit cleaner in some moments, especially when we come in the last third, that we find clear address and we have the right timing. I think in some moments we could expect a little bit more, especially in the final third. Yeah, we have to work for that, more numbers in the box, and I think many things go in a good way, but yeah, we have to work. It's not easy. We expect that.
One of the things that did go in your way was the response after the Miazga goal. What did you think of how your team was able to respond there?
Yeah, I think that's my team. They never give up. This is our attitude, and this makes no difference in our style of play. We let everything on the field today, and hopefully we win in the end.
Thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Steve, back to you.
Michelle, thanks. Hey, fans, get to Red Bull Arena on Saturday, August 27th to see the New York Red Bulls take on Inter Miami on 90s Fireworks Night. The first 7,500 fans will receive an exclusive fanny pack, and make sure you stay after the match for a post-game fireworks show. Visit NewYorkRedBulls.com/tickets to get your seats now. Good one tonight at Red Bull Arena. 1-1 is your score at halftime. More of my chat with Jochen Schneider coming up in our halftime coverage, and we'll look ahead to the final 45 minutes when we come back on MSG.
Taco Bell's breakfast quesadilla might make you reconsider this whole morning thing. With fluffy eggs, crispy bacon, and melted cheese all folded into a warm tortilla. Wake up to the breakfast quesadilla, only at Taco Bell.
Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. If I had a day that I could give you, I give to you a day just like today.
We have to tell everyone that we just switched to Verizon's new Welcome Unlimited plan for just $30.
I've already told everyone.
Wait, did you say Verizon for just $30?
It's their best unlimited price ever.
$30? That's awesome. Yeah, and it's from the most reliable 5G network in America.
For $30 a line, I'm switching now.
Yeah, it's easy. And you get $960 when you switch the whole family.
Wow, I gotta let my buddies know.
We're already here.
The network you want, the price you love, only from Verizon.
delivers convenience items.
Grubhub delivers convenience items? When the twins were...
Attention mothers, did you take Tylenol or other acetaminophen pain-relieving products while pregnant? Recent evidence suggests children whose mothers took Tylenol while pregnant may be more likely to develop autism. Other acetaminophen products at risk include Excedrin, NyQuil, Dayquil, and other store-brand pain relievers. Children with autism have a hard time interacting with others. Those on the spectrum usually begin exhibiting social symptoms by the time they're 8 to 10 months old. Call now for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-608-1425.
Men, want to feel younger, stronger, leaner? You don't have to slow down after 40. Nugenix Total T is our most powerful man-boosting formula ever. Text SEEK to 321321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. That's SEEK to 321321.
Welcome inside the Red Bulls halftime report, where we're all tied up after the first 45 minutes. A Matt Miazga goal for FC Cincinnati to get them on the board first. Then a Patrick Klimala penalty kick to level the game. Next Saturday, the Red Bulls are on MSG to take on Inter Miami CF. Live coverage leads off with Red Bulls game night at 6:30 p.m. Then the action gets underway at 7 p.m. next Saturday on MSG or stream on MSG Go. As we welcome you back inside Red Bull Arena. If you missed part one of Steve Cangelosi's chat with new head of sport Jochen Schneider, you're in luck. There's a part two, and there's a lot of information in that, including when Steve asks whether or not Jochen Schneider would consider adding a superstar to this Red Bulls team. Enjoy.
The Red Bull style lends itself to young players, yet the most famous player in this club's history is Thierry Henry, who was brought here at the age of 32. If you had a player of equal talent at that age willing to come to your club, would the door be open for him?
Definitely. I wouldn't rule out to sign a player at the age of 33 or 34. If he's committed to our style of football, then for sure he's more than welcome. And doesn't mean that we only have to bring youngsters. It's about the quality, the attitude of the player, and then the door is open.
Bale, Bernardeschi, Shaqiri, Insigne. Is this just a phase that the league is in, or is this the future of MLS?
You know, I think the majority of the transfers in MLS are young players, high potentials, and you know, the most famous one are the most famous players. So that's normal. There are more stories about Gareth Bale or Chiellini than if you sign, let's say, an 18-year-old player from somewhere in South America, because nobody knows this young kid. But you know, sometimes it also makes sense to sign an experienced player when you need this piece in your puzzle, which is missing to be successful on the pitch. For example, in 2006, when I was director in Stuttgart, we signed the 29-year-old Mexican Pavel Pardo. And one year later, we won the Bundesliga with him. And we won the Bundesliga especially because of him, because he was the leader on the pitch, but also the leader in the dressing room. He spoke German after 3 months, and without Pavel, no doubt about that, we would never have won the league. So it was a 29-year-old player. We also is normally counted on young players, like our own academy players, like Mario Gomez was at that time. But he was the one who made the difference. So I wouldn't rule that out at all.
Hey fans, 2023 Red memberships are on sale now, and it's more than just a season ticket. Members have access to exclusive team events, bonus matches, the brand new MLS streaming service on the Apple TV app, and best of all, memberships start at just $37 a month. Visit NewYorkRedBulls.com to join the New York Red Bulls family today. We're just getting started on the Red Bulls halftime report. When we come back, Shep will join me to look at the first half highlights. Lots of action underway for the first 45 minutes between FC Cincinnati and the New York Red Bulls.
Saving at the pump can be a pain. Skip the PIN pad and save. Pay from your phone. And with BP Me Rewards, you can instantly get 5 cents off every gallon, every time.
There's songs about quiet ones, loud ones, and brown-eyed ones. Then there's this one, Ranch Rita. She's salty, sweet, both when she wants to be. Ain't no songs about her. 'Cause y'all, she plays her own music. Lone River Margarita-style Ranch Rita. Follow it west.
Here or there. Live or on the go. Day or night. Spin the reels or just chill. Hard Rock Atlantic City is everywhere. Take me to Hard Rock Online Casino and Sportsbook. Get 50 free spins and up to $1,000 bonus match. Download now.
MLS Predict 6, presented by BetMGM. A weekly free-to-play game from Major League Soccer. Correctly make a set of predictions for each of the 6 featured MLS matches, and you could win $50,000 with other prizing each week. Play for free at MLSPredict6.com. Get in the game and win big.
Welcome back to the Red Bulls halftime report, where we're all tied up at 1 apiece between the New York Red Bulls and FC Cincinnati. Parents, it's time to sign your player up for fall camp. Our newest camp activities and proven curriculum is the best way for your child to continue their soccer development. Head on over to NewYorkRedBulls.com/youth, where fall camps are now open for registration. New York Red Bulls youth programs, homegrown minutes start here. And we welcome you back inside Red Bull Arena, joined now by Shep Messing. Shep, we heard from Gerhard Struber on his take of the first 45 minutes. What's yours?
Wow, it was a good first 45 minutes, Michelle. I think it'll be ramped up even more in the second half.
A goal for each side. Take us through the highlights.
It started out with FC Cincinnati set-piece opportunity, Barrial, and that's Matt Miazga. What a return to Red Bull Arena for Matt Miazga. Gets up on the set-piece, bang with the header. Terrific goal, and that's his celebration. It didn't last long. There's the throw-in. Moreno, he cracks into Reyes. Reyes is down. It goes to video review. Esmail Elfat, that's the right call. Penalty kick. Patrick Klimala. Bang! How badly did he need that? He needed to score the goal. He's fired up. Terrific end to the first half.
A great goal for Patrick Klimala. Red Bulls out-shooting Cincinnati 6-1. Shots on goal 2-1. Out-possessing Cincinnati as well, but pretty even. And no surprise there, 8 fouls for Red Bull and 5 for FC Cincinnati as well. We knew this was going to be a chippy game between these two teams. I can imagine more of that in the second half. When we return, Steve and Shep have the call. Red Bulls and the FC Cincinnati tied up after the first half. See you in the second, right here on MSG.
Is Hispanic Progress a pro for America? Some people still question it. But when I see mi gente, all I see are pros. The producers and protectors. The programmers and professors pushing the country forward. That's why P&G is proud to join Hispanic Star to empower our communities. Because they see what we see, that our progress will always, always be a pro. Help us power progress at HispanicStar.org.
With Universal Technical Institute making more than $15 million in scholarships and grants available to those who qualify, now's a great time to pursue an automotive career. Visit uti.edu to see how you can train in less than a year.
Painters love this moment. And while it might not look it, this moment too.
When you see replacing windows and doors as another item in your to-do list, Windorama sees a project we can't wait to help you finish. Our installation experts are ready to provide you with the best options for your project. And now you can get new windows installed in only 14 days when you select from Windorama's huge stock of Anderson inventory. Visit installwithrama.com today for full offer details and to schedule your free in-home consultation. That's installwithrama.com.
Broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.
Teams make their way out for the start of the second half at Red Bull Arena. Red Bulls FC Cincinnati are tied at 1. Red Bulls members, if you've registered for Red Bulls Members Plus, this is your chance to earn points for watching tonight's broadcast. Visit NewYorkRedBullsMembers.com/login and enter RBNYVCIN in the voucher code box to earn your points. The code is active until 1 hour after the final whistle. Red Bulls and FC Cincinnati played to a 1-1 draw once this season. There were 2 players sent off in that game. Luciano Acosta, who is starting tonight. Alan Cruz, who is not, for FC Cincinnati. Second red card was issued in the 93rd minute. Red Bulls never really played with a 2-man advantage that evening, but looking to win the season series against a Cincinnati side seeking a place in the MLS Cup playoffs for the first time. Red Bulls run on Duncan. Kyle Duncan, 3rd game back with the club. He's been a difference maker, I think, in his short time back so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He knows the system. That definitely helps, but he looks terrific.
More and more clarity, playoff picture each and every week. Games getting underway of interest in the Eastern Conference. DC United hosting Philadelphia. Montreal 3 points ahead of the Red Bulls with a game at hand coming into tonight. But here the second half is underway. There are no subs for either side. Miazga for Cincinnati. Klimala on a penalty for the Red Bulls. Available subs top left on your screen. Noticeably absent is Omir Fernandez. We're told that's a coach's decision. Red Bulls have 19 players in uniform tonight. MLS teams are allowed to have 20 on the game day roster. Klimala.
These teams looking for any advantage they can get, Steve. Visiting teams to Red Bull Arena know that New York Red Bull likes to attack the South Board in the second half. So the flip of the coin, Cincinnati obviously won and chose to have Red Bull go the other direction.
Red Bulls usually have that advantage more often than not here at Red Bull Arena. Good first half for the Red Bulls in terms of keeping the big attacking 3. Vasquez, Brenner, Acosta under wraps in the first half. We mentioned for that trio, 52 combined goals and assists this season, more than any other attacking trio in Major League Soccer at the start of play tonight. Moreno for Cincinnati.
You do that by simple means. You got to deny them space and time of the ball. And Brenner rarely touched it. There he is, coming way back into his own end of the field to find the ball. Costa had it, but Vasquez never in a dangerous spot.
His involvement have been from long balls from the Cincinnati side to this point. Brenner lost control. Elfont lets this play out. This is Christian Cáceres. Can he get it back from Klimala? No, broken up. Settled here by Tolkien. John Tolkien gives it a go, and he fired it off the back of his own teammate Cáceres. Took another deflection. This is a corner.
Well, they've come out strong, Red Bull have. There's the flurry, edge of the area, the shot, the deflection.
Take that back. That was directly off Cincinnati and Cameron. Tolkien played short. Here's Cáceres. Tolkien again. Sends this ball far post. Andres Reyes there. Knows he could have done better.
Yeah, but that's why they're taking the short corner kicks. We talked about Hagelin, Cameron, and Miazga, the three big, strong central defenders. No use to be whipping crosses into the 6-yard box. Reyes gets the worst of that one.
Contact with Jeff Cameron. Troy Lesane, new addition to the Red Bulls coaching staff, is the man who works primarily on set pieces with this group. Celentano. Off Caden Clark. Acosta. Luciano Acosta trying to spring Alvis Powell. There's Tolkien. Hagelin to keep it alive for Cincinnati. Now Powell. Played it off Reyes. Opportunity here. Barrial takes a deflection out. It's a corner for Cincinnati.
What a play by Sean Nealis. He anticipated the back heel right there. Terrific read by Nealis. This is where he sees it developing. Comes in to make the tackle.
Good chance he'll be asked to play 90 for a third time in a span of 8 nights. It's Acosta on the corner here for Cincinnati. Defended by Yearwood. Vasquez collides with Reyes. Red Bulls on a throw early second half, seeking only their 4th home win of 2022. Tolkien. Expect both of these teams to go for it. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Red Bulls again want that elusive home win. From Cincinnati's perspective, 7 of their last 9 matches have ended in draws, and it's in that stretch they've slipped from the playoff position that they've held for most of the season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. FC Cincinnati has to go for 3 points tonight. It will not be pleased with a point on the road.
Wobodo. Moreno. Cameron.
Red Bull, it's what you talked about, Steve, and what the fans know. It's all about getting the result at home. You've got to get that mojo back, that momentum when you're playing at home in Major League Soccer.
3 straight home losses. One that stings is that Colorado game. Red Bulls had a 2-0 lead a few weeks ago against the Rapids, wound up falling in a game 5-4. Just days after their disappointing exit from the U.S. Open Cup. One back here by Yearwood. Harper will get on this with Miazga tracking back. Cameron Harper fires off the left foot. Took a deflection, and it's handled by Celentano.
Yeah, we've talked about all of the attacking midfield players They really have the ability, including Lewis Morgan, of course, Luquinhas, Caden Clark, Caceres, Cameron Harper, to go directly to goal instead of being a playmaker for your striker up front.
Aaron Long is with the subs tonight. The captain getting a breather after starting games a week ago and also on Wednesday night. Lewis Morgan making his way towards the Red Bulls bench. Might see possible multiple substitutions here for the Red Bulls in a moment.
And Luquinhas making his way to the bench as well.
Yearwood. Coronel. Kyle Duncan will get on this. Settles with Badial there. Gives Daniel Edelman. Now Harper. That's a good ball played by Red Bull. Into the box, Klimala. Couldn't get a foot to it. Settled here by Red Bull anyway. This is Clark. Looks for an option. Has to take Tolkien. Now Yearwood. Too much on the first touch. Back the other way comes FC Cincinnati. That's Reyes to deny Vasquez. Brandon Vasquez, one of the hottest players in MLS coming into this game. He's scored in each of his last 4 games. Held in check tonight. Back the other way. Kyle Duncan making a run. He'll get on this. Duncan tries to play this in. Clark looked to take it out of midair. Cleaned up by Miazga for a Red Bull throw.
All right, it could be 3 Red Bull players getting ready to come in. Luquinhas, Lewis Morgan, and Aaron Long getting the shirt on.
Duncan able to save possession. This ball in the 18, played across. Oh, Klimala lurking in the danger area, but there's Celentano to snatch it away.
What a play by Caceres. How in the world did he keep this ball in? That's the initial pass. Watch Caceres right here at the near post, the bicycle kick. Good job by Caceres. Stay alert. Side volley. Celentano collects it.
Morgan and Luquinhas set to check into the match in a moment. Middle of the park played here by Moreno. Aaron Long. 3 substitutions at once here for Gerhard Struber. Moments away. See what this does to the Red Bull shape as well. Caceres has had this role lately where he starts out as an attacking midfielder, then drops back into a 6 role in recent games. Powell. Referee's going to stop play. John Tolkien was shaken up. He took a shot to the side of the head.
All right, definitely caught the right elbow right there. Looked pretty intentional to me.
Tolkien's just been a machine. Only Sean Nealis has played more among the Red Bulls outfield players this season. Here come the subs. Morgan for Clark. Long for Reyes. Luquinhas on for Cameron Harper.
And that's one disappointed Caden Clark. Had the opportunity, didn't do too much. Never really had the ball enough to do anything. But sometimes, especially for young players, Steve, you got to come find the ball. You got to come find the game. And he was unable to do that tonight.
So Long moves in, a 1-for-1 switch with Reyes. Caceres stays high on the field for now. One back by Yearwood. First involvement for Luquinhas. Klimala Cameron. Red Bull throw.
Jeff Cameron is one tough customer.
Tolkien on the throw. 59th minute of a 1-1 game. Gets it back from Morgan. Blocked away, Alvis Powell. Tolkien will back this all the way up. Second ball is on the field. Red Bulls trying to surpass rival New York City. They can do so with a victory. New York City 2 points ahead. They play tomorrow at Chicago. This ball takes a bounce in the 18. One back by Morgan. Here's Edelman. Wobodo. Three into the attack for Cincinnati. Wobodo plays this ahead. Brenner making his run, so was Vasquez, but easily handled by Coronel. Three players who can hurt you in the blink of an eye. Granted, Red Bulls have done a good job on all three.
Yeah, but to your point, both teams have to go for the victory, Steve.
Klimala able to free this up for Luquinhas. Here's the Brazilian challenging Miazga. Got a foot in. This ball pops up in the 18. Settled by the Red Bulls again. Caceres for Tolkien.
This is where Red Bull has had difficulty with possession, trying to break down an opponent that's defending.
Luquinhas turns effectively. Luquinhas draws the attention of three players, comes back to him, able to lay this off, and a pass broken up by Miazga. Still a live ball in the 18, taken here by Badial and cleared away.
Change in strategy for Cincinnati. They're now sitting in a low block. 1-1, 62nd minute. They're daring Red Bull to come beat them, break them down.
Starting 11 still on the field for Cincinnati. That might change in a moment. Ian Murphy making his way towards the fourth official. Acosta. Tolkien knocked down by the bigger Alvis Powell, right back to his feet. Substitution employed here by Cincinnati. Ian Murphy for Matt Miazga. It's a similar run out for him tonight. They're not going to have him play 90 minutes just yet. It was 64 minutes last week, 61 and change here tonight.
Yeah, good return for Matt Miazga to Red Bull Arena. Family, friends, former team, and he gets a goal.
Second career MLS goal for the Clifton, New Jersey native. Find out in the aftermath that that exchange with Klimala was indeed in Polish. Post-game will sort all of that out. Telling us prior to the game he had a couple of internal preseason games with Chelsea. His story well documented, loaned out 5 times, told us in the pregame show, wouldn't change the experience for anything.
Yeah, intelligent, articulate responses he gave you.
Here's Duncan. Daniel Edelman. To the foot of Morgan. Red Bull's leading goal scorer on as a second half sub. 11 goals on the season for Lewis Morgan. Now Aaron Long to the foot of Yearwood. Comes right back to the Englishman, Yearwood. Luquinhas for Duncan. Duncan takes on Barreal one-on-one, able to play this across. Yearwood steps up. Morgan is there as well. Foul is against Kyle Duncan.
Well, again, the game plan has changed for Cincinnati, Steve. Not playing a wide open game. Sitting back, 10 behind the ball, daring Red Bull to break them down. This is where Red Bull needs somebody to step up and be the maker of a killer pass.
Gerhard Struber was saying after the win in Atlanta, from a mental aspect, the last few weeks were not easy. Nothing was going our way. 3 big points on the road gave them a feel-good vibe going into this game tonight, but here we are. Level at 1. This was the scoreline the last time they played in July. Powell across. Barreal. Ian Murphy now part of the back 3 with Cameron and Haglund. Junior Moreno.
Talk about Red Bull needing to step up the pace, the rhythm of the game, make it a little more frenetic.
Edelman, that's a good ball that finds Caceres. Has Wobodo tracking back. Caceres tangled up, wins a free kick. And a yellow card for Obina Wobodo.
I talked about Red Bull needing a player to make a killer pass, and it was my man Daniel Edelman played that perfect pass into space for Caceres and wins the set piece opportunity.
For Wobodo, the only player on the field right now on a yellow card. Matt Miazga picked one up in the first half. He has been subbed off. Red Bulls will leave this for Lewis Morgan. $11 goals this year, 14 in all competitions for the Scotsman, going straight for goal and fires wide.
Yeah, that ball was never going to be on frame. Drove it with power and no dip.
No Red Bulls player other than Bradley Wright Phillips has produced a 15-goal season since Kenny Cooper scored 18 in 2012. That's a number that's very much in reach for Lewis Morgan, who's been so strong in his first year with the club. Aaron Long. Off the top of Caceres, and here's Celentano.
Well, who wants this game? Somebody go get it. Both teams walking.
Vasquez, Acosta. Brenner to play this out wide. Here comes Cincinnati. The service headed by Vasquez, and the follow-up try sees the flag go up.
Well, I just said, who wants the game? Cincinnati almost just took it. That's a push by Vasquez right at the edge of the 6-yard box.
So close for Pat Noonan and FC Cincinnati. Best chance for either side in the second half. Goal season for the man who's played 107 MLS games, including tonight, Brandon Vasquez, and still not capped by the U.S. men's national team. Here's Wabadon. Nigerian midfielder on it again, finds Brenner. Now Vasquez. Top of the 18. Tried to do too much, taken back by Red Bull. Morgan ran out of space. He'll concede the throw.
They had two little half opportunities by Cincinnati. We talked about Red Bull. They've got to be locked in and focused 90 minutes.
Played back from Murphy. 4-year player at Duke subbed on here for Miazga in the second half. Now Powell able to elude two Red Bulls defenders, including Yearwood, who had the best chance for the steal. Vasquez sees it broken up, but this ball now for Acosta. Game opens up a touch now with Brenner on it. Luciano Acosta once again. Powell for Acosta. Able to play this across, takes a deflection off Aaron Long. Flicked ahead by Caceres, not out of harm's way though. And now Yearwood and the Red Bulls will play this out. The jailbreak the other way. Here they come. Luquinhas plays it ahead. Klimala to get on it. His shot blocked away.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Cincinnati with a couple of opportunities and then Red Bull the other way. Good idea by Luquinhas. That's the type of ball Patrick Klimala wants. Two defenders close him down, throw in deep.
Here's Duncan. We move into the later stages of the half. It's Cincinnati that's the fresher team. Hasn't played since last Saturday. Red Bulls played on Wednesday. This ball bounces precariously. Taken here by Celentano. Red Bulls still have two more subs at their disposal. Steven Serwata appears ready to be the fourth sub in the game for New York tonight. A 19-year-old from Uganda made his MLS debut several weeks ago. Here's Tolkien on the throw. Red Bulls will get on it. Luquinhas play it ahead. Kyle Duncan will run onto this. Duncan plays it across, broken up by Badial, and he earns the corner.
Well, again, Luquinhas has been the one making the pass that opens things up. Good defending, though, by Cincinnati.
Tolkien again from the far side in the 74th minute.
Every corner kick we've seen Red Bull take has been short.
Has the option in Caceres here if he wants it. This time Tolkien, the in swinger, headed away by Haglund. Settled by Duncan. Duncan played into space. Opportunity here. Shot by Edelman, and he put it over the bar.
There goes the winning goal. That should have been the winning goal. Great pass back. And Edelman, my guy who has done everything right the last 2 games, gets it all wrong there.
Steven Serwata will sit alongside Daniel Edelman because Drew Yearwood is the player being subbed out. Red Bull's 4th substitution of the night.
Yeah, but again, those things happen, and Edelman once again makes the perfect run, finds the perfect spot. He would love to get that one back. This young man's going to be a really, really good player.
Klimala. Luquinhas. Serwata's making a run. Luquinhas firing away. That was blocked. Referee awards possession here to FC Cincinnati. Here's how close.
Well, again, Tolkien does a great job, and Edelman finds the perfect spot. I think he's undecided whether to hit it with the inside of his right foot, which he did, instead of the instep drive with the right foot.
Seeking his first goal in Major League Soccer is the 19-year-old from Warren, New Jersey.
It's actually a better, easier shot to take it with your left foot as it comes across your body. Coming from his right side, he tried to square it up, square his hips, and inside of the right foot. Would have been better off striking it with his left, but he's made a huge impression on the team, on Gerhard Struber, and on me.
It's probably in the position that's the deepest part of this Red Bulls roster, isn't it? Amaya, Yearwood, Caceres has played a lot at the 6. Daniel Edelman. Badial is back up. Substitutions coming now for Cincinnati. 3 to be precise. Powell will come out of the match and replaced by Ray Gaddis. John Nelson, the 24-year-old, on for Badial. Brandon Vasquez, streak of 4 straight games will remain intact because Kubo is coming on for Junior Moreno.
Well, we talked about both teams going for the win, the 3 points. Pat Noonan making his move.
Badial is ordered to take the fastest route off the field, and that means the long walk from the far side by referee Ismail Elfat, that Nelson finally gets the green light to come on. Is there a hero in the final 12.5 minutes plus stoppage time tonight at Red Bull Arena? Celentano free kick. Vasquez. Fouled by Duncan.
You don't want to be giving away set-piece opportunities in your own defensive third.
Big 3 remain on the field. Brenner, Vasquez, and Acosta is the man over the free kick for Cincinnati. Able to drive this ball far post. Nobody's getting on that. Hadlin the closest in the vicinity. It'll come back goal kick. Start of a 2-game homestand for this Red Bulls side. Right back at it next Saturday night. We'll have the game for you against Inter Miami on MSG. Morgan. Pass was behind Tolkien. Brandon Vasquez now. Cleared by Murphy for a Red Bull throw. Murphy ahead. It's played for Acosta. Worked ahead. Here comes FC Cincinnati. Brenner across. Vasquez. And snatching the ball and covering is Carlos Coronel. Great chance on the counter for Cincinnati. Let's see what the Red Bulls do the other way. Caceres slows and gets it back from Duncan.
Yeah, that passing ability by Acosta is insane.
Sawada. Duncan with Kubo all over him.
Look at the pass by Acosta. Outside the left foot. Hits it in a perfect place with perfect pace. That's the type of entry pass every player is looking for. What a player he is.
20 combined goals and assists for that man this season. Luciano Acosta. Only Driussi with 24, the leader in that department. Hani Mukhtar is the other player with more than Acosta. Enter the 82nd minute. A reminder after the game, stay tuned. Full recap, highlights, analysis on the Red Bulls post-game show coming your way when it's all done. Matt Miazga scoring in his return to Red Bull Arena with Cincinnati. Klimala answered minutes later on a penalty. That's where we stand. Luquinhas at the edge of the 18. Caceres sends this in. Celentano handles with Klimala at the doorstep. Caceres, Luquinhas, Morgan. Scooter still has one substitution if he wants to employ it. Appears to be that fifth sub. Waiting by the fourth official. This ball taken by Caceres, pushed from behind by Kubo, wins the free kick. And the sub employed now. Patrick Klimala's night is done, but not before he snaps a goal drought with his 5th goal in MLS this season to level the match at 1.
Yeah, look at his body language coming off the field. He's got that monkey off his back.
Here's Caceres in a 1-1 game. Sirwada. Duncan. Top of the 18. This is laid off for Luquinhas. Sirwada again plays it across. Tried to seek out Barlow, but Celentano there.
Yeah, and we see Aaron Long, as we've seen before. He's going back to his role as a defender. He was way upfield trying to get on the end of something.
Long with 4 goals this season. He has 5 in all competitions, including the Open Cup. Cincinnati errantly plays that ball out. And a throw in here for John Tolkin. Aaron Long. Nealis. Caceres eludes Acosta. Edelman, well done for Sirwada. And a foul is called and a yellow card out of the pocket of Ismail Elfath as he books Daniel Edelman in the 85th minute.
Yeah, that's the right call. Edelman, it's a tangle. He did get the ball, but you can get the ball and foul as well, and that's what Edelman did.
Last time Edelman was booked in this stadium was actually a straight red card. Remember the friendly against Barcelona? In a friendly, the Red Bulls were reduced to 10 against one of the famous teams on the planet. Free kick, Cameron. Long. Pressure on Ian Murphy. He gets this ball away. Can Acosta get on it? Coronel says no. Distribution for Caceres. Crunch time, Red Bull Arena in a 1-1 game. Sirwada. Out wide, Kyle Duncan. Repelled by Cincinnati, and now back the other way. 3 into the attack. This is Brenner out wide. Acosta, the big 3 into the attacking third. Vasquez is there as well. This is Brenner, top of the 18. Pulls it back, left foot, save, Coronel.
There it is. Each team has had a game-winning opportunity. Edelman had one, now Brenner, but he hits it right at Carlos Coronel. Cuts it back to the left foot. Never a problem for Coronel.
Sirwada. Off Cincinnati for a Red Bull throw. Youngster has looked comfortable since coming on here as a second-half sub.
Yeah, he really does. Smooth, composed.
Run out by Kubo, and now Vasquez trying to get on this. There's Tolkin with the recovery. Deflects off Cincinnati, and the Red Bulls will have it.
I thought there's a foul right here.
You're right.
And Vasquez trips Tolkin from behind.
Luquinhas. Barlow back for Duncan. Duncan plays this nobody in the vicinity to get on the end of that. Waning minutes of a 1-1 game. Roman Celentano, who's emerged as the regular keeper for this Cincinnati side. Substitution remaining for Cincinnati. They appear poised to make that in just a moment. Off Wobedo. Nelson. Cleared by Sean Nealis. Back for Ian Murphy. Cincinnati will employ the sub now. That's all for Vasquez. He'll come out of the match. So now his goal-scoring streak of 4 games is officially halted. He'll take the exit from the far side of the field, and it's Ordonez, the 19-year-old homegrown forward, who comes on to take his place. Cincinnati native who was signed on July 3rd.
Well, again, we've talked about the complete revitalization of FC Cincinnati. Coaching staff, front office, players, they've turned it all around.
Tolkien for Morgan. Off Red Bull as we tick towards 90 minutes played. Gaddis on the throw in. 3 minutes of stoppage time posted by the fourth official as Tolkien is able to shepherd that over the line. And Coronel will get to work. See if a hero emerges late tonight. Seeks out Luquinhas. Headed away by Cincinnati. Luquinhas again. Now Duncan. Edelman able to win the free kick. Caceres on the quick restart. Luquinhas. Duncan. Closed down effectively by John Nelson. Duncan lost the ball, and goal kick here for FC Cincinnati. Will it be a draw for Cincinnati for the 8th time in 10 matches? And will Struber's side be stuck on 3 home wins for the season? We've got roughly a minute and a half to change that.
Well, if that's what happens, Pat Noonan, he'll be the happier. This man will be the happier of the 2 coaches.
Would have the Red Bulls 7 points ahead of the pack of teams just below them, but most of those clubs with games at hand on Red Bull.
And really continuing to be inexplicable lack of success at home.
Here's Duncan.
The history of this team since Red Bull Arena opened, completely different.
Luquinhas. Sawada to get on this, has Murphy to beat. That ball played across, settled here by Lewis Morgan. Morgan takes on Gaddis, plays it across, his service blocked away. Time for Cincinnati to get on this, and it's Kubo trying to beat his man Caceres. Kubo has the fresher legs here and plays this across. Brenner has options, able to lay this off. Ordonez to the foot of Acosta, looks for a lane. Acosta sees it fall for Gaddis. The veteran Gaddis plays this across and cleared away. Gaddis to keep this ball in. Maybe the final seconds at Red Bull Arena. Acosta stripped to the ball. Played ahead. Luquinhas. Now Barlow. Taken away at midfield. That's a strong play by Wobedo to win it back. Answering right back. Edelman for the Red Bulls, and now Caceres. Maybe their last chance here. Christian Caceres plays it across. Luquinhas. Oh, he couldn't take the pass cleanly.
Wild 60 seconds.
And that's all in Harrison. Red Bulls and FC Cincinnati will play to a 1-1 draw.
Well, you thought in the last minute of stoppage time we were going to have a game winner, first by Red Bull, then Cincinnati had numbers going the other way, but it wasn't to be. For Red Bull, they played well, Steve, just not well enough.
7 games left in their season. That's the man reacquainting with a